Hey y'all, I'm going to do a recipe for you today, and it is cheeseburger macaroni bake. That's what I'll call it. It's a fairly simple recipe. It doesn't use a whole lot of ingredients. It's easy to make. That's what I like to do, is make things simple, quick, easy, not very expensive. So anyway, you use ground hamburger, which I've already browned, and you use cooked macaroni, which I've already cooked because, I think you all probably know how to do those two things. So I'm going to go ahead and put you down in the pot. And the first thing we're going to do is take some butter. And we're going to make a roux, and so I put about 2 tablespoons of butter, and with that butter, I have my oven preheating. I think I put it on 400. I mean for it to be on 350. So let me change that. And I'm going to take, while my butter's melting, I'm going to take a big pinch of self-rising flour. See if I get just a little bit more. And I'm going to stir that around. And then, I forgot to get the milk out. And I'm going to stir in milk. And so, in here please. Not right now.
Those noodles are good. I'll be back. This is my phone. Okay?
So we're stirring this around and getting our roux prepared. And a roux is just like the base of a sauce. And this is going to be the base for our macaroni and cheese. So, I'm sorry this is taking a little bit of time, but it shouldn't take too awfully long. Anyway, while that's thickening up, I'm going to cut my cheese. And this is like Velveeta. I get it at Aldi's. And this box, it's 32 ounces, 2 pounds. Is $3.99 the last time I bought it. It doesn't have to be refrigerated before you buy it. I'm not sure about after you buy it. Go in there. But my little girl is not wanting to stay in the other room while I do this, and so it's got me a little bit distracted. But anyway, I buy 4 boxes of it at a time and just keep it on my shelf. And then when I use those 4 boxes, I go get 4 more. You can see this is really bubbling now. I need to take it off the heat for just a minute. I'm sure I'm not in frame. I'm putting some big chunks of cheese in this now for the macaroni and cheese part. I'm putting nice big thick chunks, and it's going to melt down. And I think I will probably put 4 of these nice big thick chunks, just so that we'll have a nice cheesy sauce to go on it. So anyway, we have to stir it and stir it and get all that cheese melted. Kind of cut it up with your utensil you're using so that it'll melt faster. And hopefully it'll be ready here in just a minute. Like I said, I've already cooked the noodles, and I got a 1-pound box of the rotini, and I used probably 3/4 of the box. So this is about melted, and while I'm doing the other part of this recipe, it should melt the rest of the way. But I'm going to go ahead, here's my macaroni. I'm going to go ahead and put it in. And stir that up real good. If you were just making regular macaroni and cheese just to eat as a side dish, you probably wouldn't want this much cheese sauce, but because we're putting other things with it, you'll want more cheese sauce. But anyway, there's that. And now I'm going to get to the second part of the recipe. And this is a pound of hamburger meat ground up. And to it, I'm going to add, this is half of a large onion, chipped up, pretty small. And you want to saute your onion real well. And I'm also going to add to this is my garlic that I buy the fresh cloves, and then I cut them up and I put them in olive oil. And so I'm going to put some of that in here. And I like a lot of garlic, as y'all probably know. And I found out after almost 28 years of marriage that my husband doesn't like garlic that much. So I don't know why he waited so long to tell me, but he doesn't. So we're going to pick up that garlic in there as we saute the onions and get the meat hot again. I hope y'all are having a really good Sunday. Ours has been pretty good. We can't complain. Every day I feel a little better from my accident. And I'm going to be back to 100% before you know it. So I think staying active has helped a lot. I don't do too much, but I try not to sit too much and you know, let the pain gather. So anyway, this is coming along, and the onions are starting to become translucent. I'm going to take a little bit of my garlic salt and put in there. Even though I put fresh garlic, I like just a little bit of that too. And I'm going to put a little bit of my onion powder. I'm not putting a whole lot of each, probably a half of a tablespoon, maybe something like that. So the next thing, and I meant to have this open, and I forgot. I'm going to have to open the pan here. Okay, to this I'm going to add a can of the Rotel. And this is the mild flavor. You know, you can get one that's original, I believe it's called, that has some heat to it. And I think that would be real good, but my husband doesn't care much for heat. So, if I want some heat, I'll add some jalapenos or something on my plate. But you add that, then you add your macaroni mixture to this. Trying to get all that cheese sauce. I'm going to go ahead and cut off the burner. And you just mix this together. And then you take your casserole dish right here. I'm going to scoot everything back so I can let you see as I pour it in. Okay. I hope my arm's not in the way too much. There's that. And here you have everything in your casserole dish. And to finish it off, I'm going to take some of this mild cheddar cheese that's already shredded. And I'm going to put a layer of it. So, I love cheese. So, get a nice layer of cheese on that. If you like more cheese, put more. If you like less, put less. But there's our layer of cheese. And then put the lid. And that's all there is to it. We're going to put it in the oven on, just to change the subject a minute, that light is usually on and causes such a big glare. And I cut it off this time hoping that it wouldn't be so bright and such a glare. But okay, you guys, it's all finished and ready to plate up. And it went for the amount of time I told you, 20 minutes covered, 10 uncovered. And I'll bring it down so you can see. This is what it looks like in the casserole dish. I just took it out of the oven, so if I let it sit or rest a little bit, it would thicken up. But it's going to kind of fall apart. This is a really delicious dish, and kids like it because of the macaroni and cheese. So here it is. I don't know how well you can see down in there, but that's it. And I thought I might try to hold a casserole dish so maybe you could see a little better in there. Anyway, that's about as good as I can do it. But I thank you for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed it and learned something from it, and you'll try the recipe. And if you do, I hope you'll let me know how you and your family like it. And so I guess I will talk to you soon, and thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.